Hi peeps, I'm Auriel Grace, and this is a spiritual show. So, the theme for this summer is healing. Yeah. So, we've been talking about different energy and healing techniques that you can try out and, maybe even love. So, tonight we're going to be talking about acupuncture and acupressure. Okay. So I've had acupressure done, and it has worked miracles for me. It's great. I love it. Um, I have not had acupuncture done from myself because I have a thing about needles. I don't care how pretty they are or how thin they are or whatever. They freak me out. So, but my son, my youngest son, did have acupuncture and it did help him. So, I've seen like people come out of an acupuncture session just glowing. And I feel like acupressure and acupuncture can do the same things, but they're just different ways of doing it, which I'm very grateful for. If you haven't tried either one, I suggest try it. You never know. If you're afraid of needles, you can also do acupressure because it works just as good as acupuncture. Um, so there are a lot of people that don't understand like what it's all about. Okay, so it is Asian. It was created in China um, about 3,000 or more years ago. So it's it's rooted in the philosophy of yin and yang balance and the flow of your life energy, right? Your chi. So early healers used sharp stones or bones before moving to metal needles. And so they were guided by this text, and I'm going to see if I can find a link to this text because I think it's important to understand the history of, whatever you're doing. I love doing research. If you love doing research too, you can click on the link. So it's called The Yellow Emperor's Classic of Internal Medicine. And so I'm going to see if I can find a link for you, and I'll put it in the blog tomorrow. It'll, it's always good to understand what you're doing. Some people will just do stuff, and then they walk out, and they're like, I don't know what just happened. So always look into the healing modality that you're going to be working with. All right, so acupuncture. Back to that. A key traditional Chinese medicine. It is. It's a great practice. It operates by inserting thin needles, and I've seen the needles, into specific body points known as meridians. Okay, to balance the body's energy flow, the chi, right? So it's really important to balance the flow in your body. I mean, that's what I'm always talking about, taking breaths. Breathe in through the nose and breathe through to where you can visualize your breath moving through your chakra system and then back up from the root. Exhale. That's a great way to move your chi and get yourself feeling good. Okay? And it also clears your mind so that you can think properly. Okay, so key principles focus on unblocking the chi to restore homeostasis, all right? Treating root causes rather than just symptoms. So root causes, symptoms. All right, you want to get to the root cause of whatever it is that is causing you pain. All right. and stimulating the nervous system to release endorphins for pain relief. So if you have chronic pain, you might want to try acupressure or acupuncture because, again, it's working on the nervous system to assist. All right, so what are meridians? A lot of people ask me that. And you can check out a lot of different books. The Reiki book that I use for teaching Reiki is a great book. You can look it up on, it's on Amazon. Just look up Reiki, and you'll see a ton of books that come down, and a lot of them will talk about your pets too. They talk about animals and how to do Reiki on animals. So check that out. That's a good way to start. It's a good beginning. Okay, so the meridian system in traditional Chinese medicine is a network of pathways where life energy known as qi flows through the body, connecting major organs and vital points. All right, so here's the 4 golden rules of classical acupuncture, and they are this: eat only when hungry, drink only when thirsty, take rest when you're tired, and sleep early. Okay, because the body starts to go at sunset, starts to kind of wind down so that it can go to sleep, it can rest, and then have a good rest. So at sunset, the body goes, oh, it's time to get up. And so then you're going all during the day, during the sunshine, right? So your body does that. So a lot of people don't like the turning back of clocks and stuff. It knocks them off course. So, and it is a serious thing. Some people laugh at me when I say that. Oh God, I'm falling backwards, what? So, these principles come from ancient Chinese medicine and help the body stay in natural balance. All right, so we want to do that. A lot of people have asked me that, like, how do I balance out? Well, it's really easy. Listen to your body. What does it want? And just follow through with that, because the body will tell you, like, if it's tired, if it's hungry, if it's thirsty, if you just need a rest. The body tells you that. And if we pay more attention to the body, we have less stress, right? It's always fun. And don't tell me it's, well, I work 8 hours a day. Okay, everybody works 8 hours a day. I work 8 hours a day, sometimes more. And so, but sometimes I eat, I drink, and I do take a rest. Because if I don't, then my body doesn't function correctly, and I'm unable to do the things that I need to do. Okay. All right. So acupuncture stimulates, like I said, the nervous system. It releases natural painkillers and improves your blood flow. It does. So it uses the needles are really thin to help reduce pain, relax muscles, and lower stress. Okay, so it releases endorphins. We all like that, right? So it triggers your brain and spinal cord to release natural pain-fighting chemicals. Isn't that cool? It blocks pain signals, changes how your nerves send pain messages to your brain. So it shifts that. Reduces inflammation, lowers swelling, and calms irritated tissues. So it helps, again, with blood circulation. It opens the vessels around the needle site. All right? It delivers nutrients because your blood vessels are open, they're flowing. The blood is able to deliver nutrients. Okay? It relaxes tight tissue. So it eases tension in muscles, tendons, and ligaments, which is something that a lot of us need, right? Okay. So it it also reduces stress and it helps with your mood regulation. So a lot of the ladies that I know that were able to get acupuncture did during premenopause and menopause because it really helped them with their moods. It helped them with hot flashes. It helped balance everything out. And so they would go like once a month to the acupuncturist to have their session to help them, help their nervous system, help them also be at ease with the changes that are going on in their body. Okay. And you men, you guys go through kind of like a menopause too. I forget what it's called. But you also may really like getting that done to assist too with your moods. I mean, can you imagine if we got all the adolescents in the world to have acupuncture at least once every 3 months? Wow, that might really shift everything. Anyway, I was a mom. Yeah. All right. So, um, it influences brain hormones like serotonin with and dopamine to improve your mood. So if you find yourself stressed out or frustrated, because right now there are a lot of people frustrated in the world. If you find yourself frustrated, angry, you may want to try some acupuncture just so that you can ease off of that and think clearly. All right. Okay. So this is what happens during a treatment. A practitioner uses 3 to 15 thin, sterile needles per session. Yeah. Which usually lasts about 20 to 30 minutes. Needles are sometimes stimulated with heat or light, electrical current, electro acupuncture. Now, I have never seen that happen. I have not seen an acupuncturist do that, but I have seen, I have seen it because my son had acupuncture done. I saw a friend of mine like getting acupuncture on the crown of her head, and she was like, come in, I want to show you what it looks like. And I went in and I was like, oh my God, I just turned around and I walked out. I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch that happen. So, but it looked like she was a porcupine, basically. So, patients often feel a mild aching or tingling sensation rather than pain during insertion. Okay. So that's acupuncture. That's a little bit about acupuncture. You can go in and do some more research on it. Um, I used to have acupressure done. And so I had these little, I don't know, like these little beads. And they were, our acupuncture person where we were working at the time used to put little beads in my ears. And so they were in my ears, and I couldn't feel it. I mean, I felt it when he put them in. And he'd be like, just keep them in for as long as you can. And they're like very sticky, so they stayed in even when I took a shower and stuff. And he would put them in, once every couple weeks, because by that time the sticky stuff had, like unstuck itself. So then he would put it back in my ears. And he would do that. There were also other points on my body that he would push, to get things flowing again. I always felt better after acupressure. And I liked it because, well, it's not massage or anything like that. It's just a push. It's not painful. I didn't find it painful. All right. So, Acupressure uses fingers and those little beads. I don't know what they're called, but they worked. So my head felt better. Okay. So you can do self acupressure, and you can get charts for like your feet, your hands, your body, and you push on those points. You hold that, you hold it. So like say, I don't know, I can't remember what this is. So you would hold this, and then, you know, rotate your finger, and you don't have to push hard. So you just do that. I can't remember what corresponds to this part of your hand, but you do that, and it is not uncomfortable. It does not hurt, and there are no needles. Isn't that great? All right, so you can do it for yourself, or you can have somebody else do it for you. So self acupressure, use a firm pressure. All right, it doesn't have to be like Swedish massage. It just has to be firm. All right, with your thumb finger, and you'll feel, you're going to feel it, of course. And you don't want it to be a sharp pain at all, but you're going to feel the pressure, acupressure. So move in circles gently. And you can go clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever feels good for you. Small, though, very small. All right? And I'm using my fingers so that you can see better, because I use my thumb. It's like more. All right. So you do it for 30 seconds. And then you can go for longer. You can go up for 2 minutes if you want. And then slowly release. All right. You can repeat the motions 3 to 5 times, or switch to the other side of your body. Be gentle. All right. So this is a gentle form of healing. All the healing things that I've talked about are gentle. Right? There's no like pushing and prodding and jerking and all that stuff. None of that. All right, so be gentle. Avoid pushing hard enough to cause bruising or lasting soreness. So you don't want to be sore after acupuncture or acupressure. That's not the point of this. The point is to start moving the blood, start moving that chi, that life energy. So that's the point of it, not pain. Some people think that it has to be painful in order for it to work. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be painful at all. Nope. All right, so acupressure, the cool thing about acupressure is that it can help with your lymphatics. A lot of people are very concerned about their limbs, and you should be. Really, you should be concerned about it. You should keep your body moving, the blood moving. It's really healthy for you. It drains the lymphatics so they don't get all backed up and gooky. So you want that, right? You want that lymphatic drain. Now, if you're going to have a lymphatic massage or lymphatic facial thing, it should not hurt. If it hurts, change your person. Okay? Because acupressure, that's what they're using, and it should never hurt. Okay. So acupressure can help support lymphatic drainage by reducing swelling, improving like limb function, and easing fluid buildup. while manual lymphatic drainage uses specific directional skin strokes, acupressure targets precise points on the body's meridians, right? To stimulate circulation and fluid movement. Some have been asking about that. Like, I have a lot of water retention. Try some acupressure. All right, so it boosts circulation. That's what we want. So it boosts circulation. It reduces swelling. It eases inflammation. All right. So, and these are all things that a lot of you have been looking for. I know because you asked me about it. And when I do Reiki sessions with you, you're like, how can I get this to go down? Well, lots of ways. One, acupressure, acupuncture. It works. All right. So, here's some safety tips. All right. Use light pressure. Never press hard enough to cause pain or bruising. Avoid damaged skin. It's like if you have an owie, do not push on the owie. Let the owie heal, and then you can do your acupuncture. Do it on the other side, right? So, don't push on owies. All right. Don't push on rashes or active infections. Don't do that. All right. Stay hydrated. Drink water when you're thirsty. Okay? I know a lot of you are like, I gotta drink a gallon of water a day. I gotta drink 10 gallons of water a day. You don't. You drink water or fluids when you're thirsty. Don't run around and like just drink water all day, because you'll just be visiting the bathroom. All right? Drink water or fluids when you're thirsty to stay hydrated. The body knows what it needs. Let your body guide you with your diet, with your exercise, with like how you rest, because then you will find that you feel a lot better. All right? That is like the best guidance, and it can help you too. So, that's a little bit about acupuncture and acupressure. You can find acupuncturists in every city, and you can they'll talk to you. And most of the time with an acupuncturist, you do have like a pre-meeting. It's like they want to talk to you before they actually do a session to see what's up, what you want to accomplish with the session. If your acupuncturist does not ask you the questions that they need to know to serve you better, don't go. Call a different one. There's a lot of them. All right? Okay, acupressure too. They need to know like what your goal is with the session or sessions, so that they can work for that goal. Okay, because they're not looking at symptom. They're working at treatment. And it is Chinese medicine. And Chinese medicine has always worked for me. And I really like it. I totally resonate with it. And it's not because I'm Asian. But I do resonate with Chinese medicine. And I do appreciate it a lot. So try it out. You never know what could happen. And it may be able to assist you. All right? Okay. So that's what I got to say about it. Go down the rabbit hole. Check it out. See if it resonates with you. Okay? And have a great week. Please stay safe. All right? And remember, keep your heart open and align with the energy of love. I'll see you next week. Bye.